PowerPoint has a number of views, and one of my favorite views is the outline view. This is a view that nobody tends to use, and it's really exciting because you can enter all your text and create all your slides really quickly by just using the outline view. Let's take a look. To first get to outline view, what you do from the normal view is click on the outline tab. Once you're there, what you want to do in order to make the outline view work even better is enlarge the area for the outline to actually be created. And the way you do that is by clicking on this bar here and dragging it over. That may seem oddly unintuitive, but what happens if you start typing in the outline and you don't move it over, it's very tempting to go over and begin typing on the slide, and then the outline view doesn't work as well. So let's begin by creating our outline. When we want to start the presentation, what we do is we can start by clicking and then typing in title text here. We've just created our first slide. In order to get to our second slide, we don't have to go to Insert New Slide. All we have to do is press Enter, and that will give us a second slide. So now I can put second slide. And if I want another slide, all I have to do is press Enter. Now you may be wondering what's happening with the bullet points. You probably want to add some bullet points on that second slide. You can do that by easily clicking on the button in the paragraph section labeled Increase Indent Level. So there's another way to do this I'm going to show you in a minute, but if I just click on this button, what it does is it creates a bullet point. So I can add my bullets here under the first slide title, and so on. As I keep pressing Enter, it's going to keep giving me another bullet. Once you've finished entering in all your bullets and you've pressed Enter, what you may want to do then is create another slide. But you'll notice by pressing Enter, I got a bullet and not a slide. Again, you're going to need to go back up to the buttons in the paragraph section, and this time instead of increasing the indent level, you're going to decrease the indent level or move it back to the left. This will create a new slide.
So just a quick question, as we type all this stuff, how do we then get it onto our slides?
You know what, that's a really good question, and what I want you to notice, I hid it over here, our little slide, but I'm going to just drag this back over here. When I start typing in the outline view, so if I add my next new thing here, notice how it's adding it automatically onto the slides. So by typing an outline, what you're actually doing is typing on the slides. Now, part of the reason I like to minimize this is so that you don't get confused and get tempted and start coming over here, because the minute you type over here, the outline doesn't work, and I think that's why people get frustrated and don't use the outline view. So I'm going to drag that back over, but you can see that once I type here, it's added in there. So once I drag that over, I can hide that again. Now when I press Enter here, if I want a bullet point and I don't want to use the buttons, I'm a big fan of keystrokes, and the easiest way to do that with a keystroke is to create a bullet with a keystroke is to just press the Tab key. Now I have a bullet, and I can keep typing bullets until I'm done, at which case when I want to go back and move my cursor back to the left or create a slide, all I need to do is do Shift Tab and start my next slide.